Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. This post is from the subreddit Relationship Advice, and it's by user I suck at usernames, not gonna lie. My girlfriend never invites me to places with her friends. They are total strangers to me, and says she couldn't ever invite me because she wouldn't feel comfortable to tell them stuff. How should I see this? Normal or red flag? My girlfriend hangs out a lot with her friends and has never invited me until today when she told me she was going somewhere tonight. I naturally asked to keep the conversation on what plans does she have, normal curiosity. She said she was going to hang out with her friends in a fancy bar, in the district of the city where we live. I remembered that she never invites me and asked if I could join her and her friends, and she immediately said no, like a cold and dry no. I asked one more time and told her she never invites me anywhere with other people. We only go on dates alone. I've never met her friends, which is weird because of how long we've known each other. The thing that annoyed me the most is that she told me she has never invited me to hang out with her friends because she would feel uncomfortable telling them stuff that she doesn't want me to hear. I felt this really weird and maybe a little hurtful because she has always said to me how much she loves and trusts me and that she always feels safe when being by my side. It doesn't make any sense with the comment she just made. I have to mention that I have asked her before if I can join her in something fun she will be doing, but never asked why or insisted more because she tells me excuses like, it won't be for you, or sorry I have to hurry up and have no time to wait for you, and typical excuses when you don't want to invite someone to something. So right now I am feeling insecure and hurt because all the good things she normally says to me now seem like they're fake after that hurtful comment. Plus, what kind of good things does she have to say that I can't hear? I can only imagine bad things like she could be comparing me with other guys or talking trash about me, or maybe even she is having an affair with someone. I don't know, and call me a piece of crap if you like, because yeah, I am probably being too anxious about it, but I really can't find any healthy reasons for her to never invite me. Because she goes with her friends to those bars and stuff a lot, and I'm always left out. Don't get me wrong, I don't want her to invite me every time. It seems toxic to me, but she won't invite me even once every month. What am I doing wrong? Should I stop worrying about this or keep being worried and take action? Right now, she is out with her friends and probably won't get home till 1 or 2 a.m. and I don't want to bother her with phone calls. I just left her a couple of messages letting her know she hurt me with her comment and weird actions, but should I say something tomorrow when I see her? Okay, OP, I don't know if it's an outright red flag, but it definitely doesn't look good. I understand how your insecurities can play a trick on you and actually make you think that she's bad-mouthing you or anything like that. Unfortunately, you can't know for sure until you really talk to her, but maybe what she is talking about with her friends is actually none of your business and nothing for you to freak about. But like I said, I understand that the way she said that you can't come because she would feel uncomfortable, can make you feel insecure. I mean, in my opinion, you don't badmouth or talk about your significant other with your friends. If there's anything that you have to say, you say it to them. However, what I do find strange is that you've never hung out with her friends. And I'm not talking about you being the only guy in a girls' night or something like that. I mean, in a larger group with, more socializing. Now, regarding your questions, I think you should calm yourself down and still talk to her. But don't let your insecurities do the talking. Don't accuse her of anything. Just communicate. Tell her how you feel, tell her what she said and what she did, put you a little bit unease, and that you would like to get her know her friends because they are part of her life and you love her. And what would you guys do or say to OP in this situation? Let me know in the comment section, and now let's move on to the community comments to see what they said. First Film 6468 says, I had a partner that had the same behavior, wouldn't ever invite me around friends or family, only ever hung out directly with me on weekends, wouldn't even reply to messages during the week, but still claimed that we were dating. Yeah, turns out she was massively effing around. I was just too myopic to see the truth of her actions. I almost guarantee that you're her side guy. Would bet dollars to donuts her boyfriend is the main reason she doesn't want you around her friends. Best to bail, friendo. The Futrell01 says, if she doesn't invite you because she would feel uncomfortable with stuff she doesn't want me to hear, my dude, that's a major effing red flag. You could have stopped the whole post there. If you only go out on dates but never anywhere fun with her friends, that chick is effing hiding something. Does she go out with you with your friends? If it's excuse after excuse each time, I'd begin to wonder if the woman is seeing another dude on the side. She probably wants her cake and to eat it too. Find someone else who isn't embarrassed by your presence. And OP responds, I do invite her a lot to do things with my friends and family, and I've always felt extremely proud of showing her to my closest folks. Most of the time she says she can't because she already has plans, but she does go every once in a while. Ragna Hilder says, I can kind of understand wanting to have a private group of friends to talk things out with in case something in your relationship goes wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with her having a support group for that. But that doesn't seem like the case. If she never lets you near anyone else she's close to, then she has a different issue she needs to work through. I wouldn't automatically assume she's talking badly about you all the time. Sometimes people struggling with letting their worlds collide. But if you try having an honest discussion about that with her, about why it is she's closing off the resort of her life from you, and that it upsets you and you feel like she won't let you in, if you talk that out and she can't seem to respect it, you still get a bad vibe from her about it, then it's time to take a step back from the relationship and evaluate it for a second. But definitely give her a chance to think it through on her own. Maybe there's something else she needs to grow through. And OP responds, literally one of the best answers I've gotten so far. I mean, most of them are good, but this one does outstanding for the maturity and the way of leading things always in a not deadly way. Plus, sometimes people struggle with letting their worlds collide is one of the best phrases I've read in my whole Reddit history. Thanks a lot, and I think this is what I will finally do. I've calmed down after writing the post, and this is the most convincing one. I am also considering the others in case they can help to improve the situation, but thanks especially to you, Ragna Hilder. Heart. Additional information from OP's comments. In my case, with my guy friends, we don't like to have conversations where we blast other people, but it still wouldn't be great to have her around every time I meet my friends, but it also seems rude to never invite her to anything. I've been excluded a lot in school, and I know that crap hurts a lot. Her friends do know I exist in her life, but I have no effing idea of what she has told them about us or about me, and that is what freaks me out. Also, I haven't met any of her close friends. I only know one of her friends in person because he is also my friend and has told me recently that my girlfriend just uses him for school stuff. And for those wondering, we're 18 and 19, and yes, I have met her parents, but she has never invited me to dinner or to do anything with her family. I've just encountered them when visiting where she lives. OP's edit. Thanks to all of you for caring and taking your time to help me out. I don't have the words to thank you enough for it. I will be posting an update on how things evolve and let you know what I did and why I did it. It's the least I can do after all you have come here to help me. Winky face. I also need to add that when I wrote the post, I was feeling extremely bad and hurt, so my emotions were taking a big chunk of my perception. After finally calming down, I could start reading everything to take action with a cold head. And to clarify, we've been together for almost a year. During the pandemic is where we got official, but both of us didn't really leave our houses unless it was to see each other because of the corona thing. Then about 3 months ago, she started hanging out with her friends, and since then, I haven't received a single invitation to anything, not even to have lunch. Alright, apparently the majority of the community thinks it's a huge red flag and OP should just bail. I still think that OP should have a conversation before deciding to bail, but maybe that's just me being naive. Regardless, let's now move on to the update to see how this story ends. First of all, I want to thank all of you again. I've said it a couple of times already, but I feel like it isn't enough, so thank you one more time. Also, what I did isn't something that many comments recommended to me, and I hope that doesn't make anyone feel bad. I thought about everything twice because when I wrote the post, I was almost crying and couldn't think properly. Anyway, please feel free to give any advice or opinions on this update, and maybe it can help me once more to get things even better. And one last important disclaimer. I don't remember exactly the things we said, but I will mention the most important things. Some minor details may not be shared, but it won't affect too much this update. Now let's start with the update. What happened when you met her yesterday? We met in a calm place because I wanted to talk with her seriously because I did feel horrible that night when she refused to take me with her. I will start with something very important. I did not break up with her. Why? Well, first of all, this has been the only time in our relationship where a situation like this happens, and I would hate to make a hasty and wrong decision, because I also learned that I made some mistakes to get into this situation and get dumped without even having a chance to grow as a person. Because yeah, breaking up is good when there is a pattern of many similar bad behaviors that don't seem to improve, even though you do your best to make your partner aware of them. But not all of us are that way, and my girlfriend showed me that she does care about me and will change. I don't want to spoil anything, but you'll see what I mean. And the last thing, I believe her and I trust her. Love is impossible without trust, and I have to trust her this time. Who knows if we will get married and have a family and die together, but for the moment, we will go on as long as we've both put in our effort and feel attracted to each other. Now, going back to the talk. I made it clear and insisted a couple of times on how much it meant to me to get more involved in her life, and I'm talking about meeting her friends and not feeling excluded. I said everything, how she made me feel with her comment, the way that her behavior made me start to think about what she could be doing, etc. She doesn't know anything about this post, and I hope she never finds out though, lol. After letting everything out, I did feel much better. She didn't say a word while I was talking, which was also nice because I really felt like she was listening. Then she started to explain things to me. Regarding that night in specific, she said she met some really old friends who she hasn't seen for years, literally. They were pretty close all that time, but after all those years without hanging out together, they needed to have a comfortable atmosphere where they would catch up on many subjects, including some very personal ones. And it would be awkward for them to do it in front of me the same night they get to know who I am. I totally understood, since it has happened to me something similar. I met some old friends and to catch up, we wanted to have some privacy. The reason why she hasn't invited me these past months to hang out with her friends is that most of the time she didn't go out with a big group of friends, but just one or two, and the same kind of needed privacy was a thing. I did tell her that there wouldn't be a need to exclude me from going if she let me meet her friends and give me the chance to gain their trust so they don't feel uncomfortable in the future around me. She said I was right and apologized. On the other hand, which is true, some months ago my parents were extremely strict about not catching COVID. They still are, but not that much. And she knew it. So she thought that she should avoid inviting me so that I don't feel bad in case I have to reject because of my parents. I told her it didn't matter, that I would have felt better if she asked first because she never really knew if I could say yes to her. But after this, she will start inviting me sometimes. Not always, because we all need our space, right? But she will stop avoiding the invitations because she thinks I could feel bad. She also told me that she will be planning something for next weekend where I can meet her best friends and we can go eat somewhere to talk and get to know each other. This made me feel really good because when someone does something that hurts me, I do appreciate them immediately proposing a change or solution. And knowing that this plan will happen soon makes me feel excited and that she will care more about me from now on. Those are the main big things we talked about. There were more, but I don't remember them clearly, and that is probably because they weren't that important. However, there is more from my side. I have learned a lot about relationships and life with all of your comments and also the nice folks that got in touch with me via direct messaging. I learned about communication, but not just to communicate more with my partner and tell her earlier when I feel something is going wrong. To not make this post a lot longer, I'll just mention the most important thing I've learned. When things feel weird, I can't make immediately a drama when I haven't had the chance to talk with the other person. I did wrong in thinking the worst possible situation could be happening, and yeah, maybe I'll receive some hate for this, but the comments saying she is definitely cheating on me or talking crap even though they are possible aren't always true, and I need to trust that they aren't happening and give my girlfriend the chance to explain herself before making assumptions. I apologize for the mess that this post is, but all that I have to say is 2 or 3 times bigger than this, and I wouldn't like to make you guys read so much about me and my relationship. So to finish this update, I'll say I won't make any further updates unless something bad happens, and I'll probably post here again asking for help if I don't know what to do. But for the moment, the love and the trust are with us, me and my girlfriend, and that is what matters the most. We both want to be happy together. Thanks once more for everything. Love you, Reddit. Heart. My relationship feels stronger thanks to you. Well, OP, glad to know things work out for you and for communication. Hopefully your girlfriend follows through on what she said she would do and you guys grow stronger together. If she does and you stick to what you say you've learned, then you are way ahead of the game. Congratulations on that. Thanks so much for sharing, OP, and take care. Now let's move on to the next post. This post is from the subreddit Petty Revenge and it's by user Sarafini. Old roommate was the pettiest and it was glorious. Some good pals of mine and some of their other pals joined a recreational ball hockey league at the University of Calgary when I lived in the city from 2007 to 2009. We weren't students at the uni and anyone could join the league. One week we got matched up against this team, Broad Street Bullies, and they were the greasiest, dirtiest team we'd come up against yet. Every other team we had played clean and were respectful. These guys were mostly heavy-set older men in their 40s, and we were all 20-somethings, and they were jabbing us in the ribs with the butts of their hockey sticks, roughing all the stuff the league said we weren't at all allowed to do and no other team did. The problem was they were a veteran team in the league and we were brand new, so we didn't have much sway or didn't know what we could get away with. One of my players got sick of it and ripped the shirt off this one guy who had been really giving it to us all night with cheap shots and then punched him in the face. The ref banned our player for life. The guy totally deserved the punch as he was being a total crap all game while the ref watched on, never giving him a penalty even once. Meanwhile, we'd get random penalties for things we didn't even do. Mayhem broke out and we were all shoving each other and holding each other back. My roommate got in a shoving fight with another guy and aggressively argued with the ref after our player got banned. And so the ref took the other guy's side and suspended my roommate for the remainder of the game. It was a total dick move as my roommate did nothing but point the obvious out that the ref was biased. Fast forward a month or two later, my roommate and I were sitting in the house and a letter came for him from the University of Calgary. Both of us were confused as F as to why the uni was mailing him since he wasn't a student there. So he opened it to reveal a check for $25. I asked him why and he thought about it for a few seconds and then a big laugh came out of him. He had signed himself up to be a referee in the league specifically on a night that the ref who suspended him was playing ball hockey on whatever team he played for. He penalized him relentlessly and ruined his night. It was epic pettiness that had me on the floor laughing. He told none of us he did this. There was no signs of it happening, nothing ever mentioned at work or anywhere until the check arrived. It was 100% classic him if you knew him, as he was generally quiet and incredibly sarcastic, and by far one of the pettiest things I'd witnessed to that point in all its glory. Needless to say that crappy ref wasn't as crappy the next time we played. Anytime I need a laugh, I just remember that check from the uni to Mike. Nicely done, Mike. Nothing more to add to that. Thank you for sharing, OP. And it's that time that we've reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed today's stories. I really did enjoy reading them to you. So if you did, then don't be shy and go ahead and give the video a like. And don't forget to subscribe or even share this video with people that you might think will enjoy my storytelling. Also, if you have the time, go down to the video description and check out all the links I have for you, from our Discord community to my channel merch. And finally, I'd like to say thank you for watching. It really means a lot to me that you enjoy my videos. And having said all that, I'll see you guys in the next video.